A very good morning, students. Today we will be going to discuss our chapter Motion of Physics of class 9th. We have already discussed some important terms of motion, that is state of rest, state of motion, vector quantity, scalar quantity, distance, displacement, uniform motion, non-uniform motion in the previous video. Now we will start with speed. Speed, the distance travelled by a body per unit time over a short interval of time, is called its speed. Speed is equal to distance upon time. If I explain speed with the help of an example, let's suppose there are two persons, A and B. Okay, A person is quite lazy and not that energetic, while as B is very much energetic. And they both have to travel 5 kilometers from station 1 to station 2. It means both person A and person B has to travel 5 kilometers from station 1 to station 2. Okay. Person A, which is not that energetic, completes that distance of 5 kilometers, let's suppose in 20 minutes. While as B, which is more energetic, travels 5 kilometers only in 10 minutes. It's in supposition, in 10 minutes. Here at this point, I can see B has more speed than A. It means it is like speed is equal to distance upon time, where A person covers the distance of 5 kilometers only in 10 minutes. It is speed. If I come to velocity, the displacement of a body per unit time over a short interval of time is called velocity. It is same like distance and displacement. Velocity is same as a speed, but the only difference is its initial and final point, the way we have already discussed in displacement. Okay, average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity. Like the way a person has to travel from station 1 to station 2 in speed, I only calculate that 5 kilometers upon 10 minutes or 20 minutes. While as in velocity, I take from initial point where A started and the final point when A has reached there, divided by time. Okay, that is the difference between speed and velocity. Now if I talk about acceleration, the change in velocity of a body per unit time is called acceleration. Okay, if I explain acceleration with the help of an example, I'll explain like I have to go to Delhi. Okay, I have to go to Delhi from Yamunanagar. So my initial place so my initial place is Yamunanagar and my final place will be Delhi, where I have to reach. Okay, basically I am trying to explain from this example, like what is change in velocity, basically what is acceleration. Okay, I am trying to explain that. So what is change in velocity? If I explain this example which I have given, like I have to go to Delhi from Yamunanagar. So if I explain this more deeply, it is like I start my journey, understand, I start my journey from Yamunanagar and there are two resting points in between. Let's suppose Karnal and Panipat. Okay, it means I have to travel from Yamunanagar to Delhi and there are two more stations in between where I take rest, like Karnal and Panipat. Okay, so what will be my graph? My graph will be like, my places will be like Yamunanagar, then Karnal, then Panipat, then Delhi. Okay, first Yamunanagar, Karnal, Panipat and Delhi. Now I start my journey from Yamunanagar and I took 2 hours to reach Karnal. It's in supposition. I took 2 hours to reach Karnal. In these 2 hours, my speed or velocity is at increasing rate. Matlab, what it means, is at increasing rate, it is like in first half an hour my speed was 10 kilometer. In the after 15 minutes my speed was increased by 5 more kilometers, like it is 15. After 15 more minutes, 20. After 1 hour, 40. So from Yamunanagar to Karnal, my velocity is at increasing rate. It is not constant like from 10, 20, 30, 40, but it is at increasing rate. Okay, when I reach Karnal, my speed is at 40 or my velocity is at 40. I reach Karnal. From Karnal to Panipat, I suppose like it is full highway from Karnal to Panipat, it is a highway, and my speed of car will be 40 kilometers. It is maintained. It is not decreasing or increasing, it is maintained. It is constant at 40 kilometers per hour. Okay. From Karnal to Panipat, I kept my speed constant 40 kilometers per hour. Then I suppose I reach Panipat. After reaching Panipat, when I start my journey again from Delhi, from Panipat, now I suppose like there is much more of traffic, so my speed is on decreasing. My velocity will be at decreasing rate, like from 40, after half an hour my speed will be 30, then break, then from 10, then 20, decreasing rate. So what will be my graph? If I say from Yamunanagar to Karnal, my speed is at increasing rate. From Karnal to Panipat, my speed is constant, or speed or velocity, they both are same, so I can take any one. If I'm saying speed, it means velocity also, so don't get confused in that. From Yamunanagar to Karnal, it is at increasing rate, my velocity. Then from Karnal to Panipat, my velocity is at constant. Then from Panipat to Delhi, it is at decreasing rate. This graph, the graph increasing, decreasing, constant, shows non-uniform motion like change in velocity. Now what is change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity upon time interval. Okay, I hope it is clear to you now. I suppose initial velocity, I take initial velocity as u, then final velocity as v, then time interval as t, and I take acceleration as a. So what will be my equation? A is equal to v minus u upon t. Also v is equal to u plus at. When my acceleration is negative, it is retardation. When we take the graph furthermore, when acceleration is negative, it is called retardation. And if we explain retardation, negative acceleration, how negative acceleration is defined as, if the velocity of body is decreasing with respect to time, is said to be negative, like when we apply brake of a vehicle. So when the velocity is increasing, it is positive acceleration, and when the velocity of body is decreasing, it is negative acceleration. That is retardation. Now distance time graph. The geometrical relationship between distance travelled by a body and the time taken is called distance time graph. Now what is the geometrical relationship? Geometrical relationship means like y-axis and x-axis. Y-axis and x-axis, the graph made on such is the geometrical relationship. Now speed of a moving body can be obtained from its distance time graph. Basically we have to find the speed of a moving body from distance time graph. The distance time graph can be drawn by plotting here, by plotting distance on y-axis. Here it is y-axis, here distance, x-axis, time is on x-axis. Okay. When the body is the distance time graph of a body under three conditions. There are three conditions. Which are those? First is when body is at rest, second is when body is at uniform motion, and third is when body is at non-uniform motion. First one is when body is at rest. When a body does not change its position relative to fixed position, it is said to be in rest. What it means is, I said like the body is at 25 kilometers from the fixed position O, which is here. From fixed position, body is at 25 kilometers. If after 1 second I see the body, it is at 25 kilometers. After 2 seconds, I see the body here, it is as 25 kilometers. After 3 seconds, I see the body, it is only at 25 seconds. What it means as, when the body is at rest, it makes a straight line which is parallel to time axis. Here, a straight line here, a straight line parallel to x-axis. So when the body is at rest, it makes a straight line. The graph is a straight line. Now we consider the second condition, distance time graph for a body moving with a uniform speed. When a body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, it is said to have uniform speed. The distance time graph of a body moving with a uniform speed is a straight line making an angle with x-axis. The way I am saying, please see the diagram like that only. Firstly, we will make x-axis here, x-axis and y-axis. I'll draw a line x-axis on y-axis. On y-axis, I'll take distance, and on x-axis, I'll take time. It says it is a uniform motion. Uniform motion means if a distance is 1 kilometers at time 10 seconds and 2 kilometers at 20 seconds, it means each kilometer is increasing by every 10 seconds. Means 10 seconds 1 kilometer, 20 seconds 2 kilometer, 30 seconds 3 kilometer, 40 seconds 4 kilometers. Means every 10 seconds there is an increase of 1 kilometer in the distance. So there is a, when I take, I'll join at 10 here, at 10 seconds it is 1, so I draw a line like this, and at 2 kilometers 20 seconds I draw a line like this, it is the meeting point, I draw here, 3 here, 4 here. Now I'll join from 0 all the intersecting points, all the here, first intersecting, second here intersecting, third intersecting and fourth intersecting. I join all the intersecting points. It is a straight line. It is a straight line making an angle with x-axis. This is the uniform. This is the graph of uniform speed. Okay. Now non-uniform speed. When a body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, then it is having a non-uniform speed. I'll show you here on the figure here. Distance 1, here y-axis distance and x-axis time. Okay, I am saying at 1 second the distance is 1 kilometer. I'll draw a line like this from here, and at time 2 seconds the distance is 2 kilometers. Okay, it's okay, fine. At 3, distance is 3. At 4, distance is 4. At 5, distance is 5. But see the difference between the distance. I am writing here the points only, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance is quite much more. At, let's suppose, at point 5, the distance is quite far. The distance, the gap. So the slope, the distance between 0.4 and 0.5 is quite much more as compared to 1, 2 and 3. So that's why the slope is like that, non-uniform. Okay. Now next topic is calculation of speed from distance time graph. We have to calculate the speed from distance time graph. So speed of a body, we know that distance traveled by body upon time taken. The calculation of speed from distance time graph is given below. We'll calculate it from two point of view, like at rest and at uniform motion. Calculation of speed of a body at rest. Here see the figure which is given here. Like I take y-axis, distance on y-axis and time on x-axis. Okay, I know that the body is at rest, so I keep this body at S point on distance. Okay, the body is at S point. At time t1, the body is at a1 at same line because it is at rest. Okay, at time t2, body is at point B. I draw a line. This is the distance. This is the distance. At from A to A1. From A to A dash, it is S1. You can write as S1 or S. You can write S2 or S. S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S. They both are same. It's your wish. You want to write S, write S. You want to write S1, S2, you can write S1, S2. Okay, so distance of a body from origin at time t1, distance of a body from origin here, this O is the origin, at time t1 is equal to A dash, which is equal to S. I told you before, you can write S1 or S, both are same. At time t2, B dash, which is equal to S. So distance traveled, how we calculate that distance traveled? Final minus initial, that means BB dash minus AA dash, which is equal to S2 minus S1. You can write S2 minus S1 or S minus S. They both are same. S2 minus S1 both are same, so it's equal to 0. That's why here is 0. Now time interval, speed of a body at rest. Now speed, distance traveled upon time taken. Distance is 0. Time taken is equal to T2 minus T1, which is also equal to 0. Now calculation of speed having uniform speed, which is calculation of speed having a uniform speed or uniform motion. Let the body at time t1 be at a distance of d1. If I talk about figure, I have taken y-axis, distance on y-axis and time on x-axis. I say at time t1 body is at d1, time t1 body is at d1. Okay, so I join d1 and t1. Ignore the slope. OA line, ignore it for a while. Just follow what I'm saying. I join the line D1, T1. Okay. Then I say, I take second point D2. When at time T2, body is at D2. Same, because it is as uniform. So I join these 2 points. Okay. Now from origin O, I join the intersection lines, like intersecting points. O, C, I name as intersecting point C, intersecting point A. So I join OCA. I join that. Fine. After that, here at point this, I name it as B. I name this as B then. Okay. Now distance traveled by a body. Distance traveled by a body is D2 minus D1. A minus AB, which is equal to AB, this line. D2 minus D1 is this space. D2 minus D1 is a this AB, this line. Time taken T2 minus T1 here. T2 minus T1 is this line, is this distance. So it is named as BC. Here BC. BC. Speed of a body, distance traveled upon time taken, D2 minus D1 upon T2 minus T1. I already know that D2 minus D1 is equal to AB and T2 minus T1 upon BC. If I consider a triangle ABC, ABC, AB upon BC is equal to AC. It is the slope of a line. It is the slope of the graph. So remember, speed of a body is equal to slope of distance time graph. Speed is equal to slope. Okay. Now displacement time graph. Displacement time graph is same as distance time graph. There is nothing different from that. The only thing is here at the end we take at that time S2 minus S1. Here we take the interval time, final and the initial point and the final point, that is 0, T2 minus T1. If you go through the figure, it is same as the distance time graph, so I don't think that there is need of explaining displacement time graph. It is same as distance time graph. Okay. Now derivations of equation of motion by graphical method. There are 3 equation of motion. Okay. If you understand this figure properly, from this figure only, this figure only, you will get all the three equations of motion. You have to understand this figure. After that, all the three equations are solved properly. Here at this point, I want to tell you something. Okay, I'll continue that point ahead when it came, so it will be easy for you to remember that. Okay, firstly I explain you a diagram. Okay, here on the y-axis I take speed, velocity, and at x-axis I take time. At 0 point, O is the initial, O is the here O is the reference point, I say. U is the initial, V is the final point. Okay, 0, U, V, reference, initial, final. Fine. I draw a line from there to T, because here is T. At time T, I just draw a straight line, then straight line. I just joined them all. From here I'll draw a line AB, a slope, because it's a uniform acceleration. That's why I draw this line. That's why I draw this slope AB. Cool. We know initial velocity is equal to U, final velocity is equal to V, time taken T, and acceleration is equal to A. Okay, acceleration is denoted by A. This is not A acceleration, this is not A acceleration, it is a point AB. Acceleration is denoted by A, we already know that, so that's why I wrote here acceleration of body is equal to A. Now I have to derive V is equal to U plus AT. This I have to derive V is equal to U plus AT. What I do, I will, this is the equation, I will explain it from the help of figure. I'll say, you just see the figure, you just concentrate on the figure. Please give me a moment, I'll just take out that. Okay, you just concentrate at the figure. I'm just saying that we know, as per definition, acceleration of a body is equal to rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity, we know that. Just concentrate on the figure. Acceleration of a body is equal to rate of change of velocity. Okay, I know that. I also know that rate of change of velocity, I just read that rate of change of velocity is equal to slope of velocity time graph. हमने अभी पढ़ा rate of change of speed, वो किसके बराबर होता है? Slope of a velocity. ठीक है, slope of velocity time graph. मुझे वेलोसिटी फाइंड करनी है, मुझे स्पीड फाइंड करनी है, वो मुझे कहाँ से मिलेगी? स्लोप से मिलेगी. फ्रॉम वेयर आई गेट दैट? आई गेट दैट फ्रॉम स्लोप इटसेल्फ. सो द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ ऑफ अ यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेटेड बॉडी इज गिवन बाय अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. मुझे पता है ये चीज, दिस यूनिफॉर्मली स्ट्रेट लाइन. मुझे जो वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ की यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन है वो स्ट्रेट लाइन से मिलेगी. So the acceleration of a body is equal to the slope of a line AB. मुझे पता है ये acceleration of a body is equal to the slope of a line AB. This slope of a line AB, because क्यों acceleration और slope equal क्यों बोला मैंने? Because acceleration of a body is equal to rate of change of velocity, और rate of change of velocity किसके बराबर है? Slope of graph के बराबर है. इस वजह से मैंने acceleration और slope of line को equal बोला. Acceleration is equal to slope of a line AB. This slope of a line AB. ठीक है, मैं slope of line को ऐसे भी लिख सकती हूँ. Slope of line, I can also write the slope of line AB like BD. This BD upon AD. Can I write AB is equal to BD upon AD? Yes, I can write. Okay. Can I write BD? Can I write this BD as BC minus DC? This whole BC minus this DC. Whole BC, this whole BC, this whole line minus DC. I'll automatically get BD. I can write this. I have what I'm explaining here is already, what I'm saying, it is already defined here, so don't get confused. I am just making you to focus on the diagram. What I'm saying is all given here only, so don't get worried about that. Just focus, just try to understand from the figure what I'm saying. So I can write AB is equal to, I can write AB is equal to BD upon AD, and I can write BD as BC minus DC upon AD. BC minus DC upon AD, वो तो same ही है. So I can see that BC, I can see that BC, whole BC is equal to V minus U. BC, I'm sorry, here BC whole, BC is equal to, here BC is equal to whole V, final whole, BC is equal to V. DC is equal to OA, DC is equal to OA, which is equal to U. DC is equal to OA is equal to U, and BC is equal to BC is equal to V. Okay, and AD, this AD is equal to OT, OC, AD is equal to OC, which is equal to T. OC is equal to T, likewise AD is equal to T. I got all the values, so when I put in the equation BC minus DC upon AD, it is A is equal to C. See here, I told you BC is equal to C here, BC is equal to U, BC is equal to O, BC is equal to V, DC is equal to OA is equal to U. BC is the final velocity, that is why V. Here it is V, BC is the final velocity. DC is equal to OA is equal to U, it is the initial velocity. AD is equal to OC is equal to 2, T is the time. When I put all these values in this equation, here A is the acceleration, A की जगह acceleration लिखा is equal to likewise. अब last BC minus DC upon AD, BC की जगह मैं लिखूंगी V, DC की जगह लिखूंगी मैं U, और AD की जगह लिखूंगी मैं T. So A is equal to V minus U upon T. If I multiply AT, it is AT is equal to V minus U. If I find V from here, I take V here and AT here. That is why V is equal to UT plus AT. V is equal to UT plus AT. Now, derivation of second equation of motion. I have to derive second equation of motion, that is S is equal to UT plus half of AT square. S is equal to UT plus half of AT square. Okay. For a body under uniform acceleration, I know the distance traveled is equal to area of trapezium OABC. We'll go to figure, we'll find where is area of trapezium. We'll go to figure here. It is, now where is area of trapezium? Area of trapezium is OAC here. OABC, here is O, this A, this B, this C. Area of trapezium O, A, B and C. Okay. I also know that area of trapezium is equal to area, half of area of a triangle plus area of rectangle. अब यहाँ triangle क्या है? See here triangle. ABD is the triangle. What is the rectangle? OADC is the rectangle. Okay. I take area of trapezium OABC. OABC. I take the area of trapezium OABC. इसका फॉर्मूला है हाफ ऑफ एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल एंड हाफ ऑफ एरिया, सॉरी हाफ ऑफ एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल प्लस एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल. देन एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल का फॉर्मूला आई नो दैट क्या है. एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल का फॉर्मूला हाफ ऑफ बेस इनटू हाइट. अब ये मेरा ट्राइंगल, दिस इज माय ट्राइंगल ABD. दिस इज माय ट्राइंगल ABD. अब मैं इस ट्राइंगल की बेस की बात करूं तो बेस क्या है इस ट्राइंगल का? AD. AD is the base of the triangle. This is the base of the triangle. Now if I talk about the height of triangle, what is the height of triangle? BD is the height of triangle, and if I calculate in the formula, I'll write half of AD into BD. Half of AD into BD, because AD is the base and BD is the height. I'll write, then I have to take area of rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. What is the length? OC is the length. See, OC is the length here. OC is the length. And what is the breadth? OA is the breadth. OA is the breadth. OA is the breadth. Cool? I got that. Now, What is AD? What is AD? AD. What is AD? AD. AD is equal to OC. AD is equal to OC which is equal to T, क्योंकि ये पैरेलल है तो मैं AD is equal to OC is equal to T लिख सकती हूँ. उसके बाद मुझे BD देखना है, मुझे BD फाइंड करना है, तो मैं BD ऐसे फाइंड कर सकती हूँ, BC is equal BC माइनस DC, जैसे मैंने पहले फाइंड किया था. मैं BD की जगह पे BC माइनस DC भी लिख सकती हूँ. BC क्या है मेरा? BC फुल मेरा फाइनल वेलोसिटी है जिसकी जगह मैं V लिखूंगी, और DC क्या है मेरा? इनिशियल वेलोसिटी. DC मेरा है इनिशियल वेलोसिटी जिसकी जगह मैं U लिखूंगी, तो मैं BD की जगह लिखूंगी V माइनस U. ठीक है, इस इक्वेशन को मैं थोड़ा और एलॉबरेट करूंगी यहां पे. सी हियर इट इज. मैंने यहाँ पे सबका वैल्यू दे दिया. देखो, हाफ ऑफ एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल, हाफ ऑफ ए बेस इंटू हाइट. मैंने बेस की जगह AD लिखा, हाइट की जगह BD लिखा, लेंथ इंटू ब्रेड्थ लिखा, लेंथ की जगह OC लिखा, ब्रेड्थ की जगह OA लिखा. ठीक है, AD की जगह मैंने AD इज इक्वल टू OC इज इक्वल टू T, BD इज इक्वल टू BC माइनस DC विच इज इक्वल टू V माइनस U. अब मैं क्या इस V माइनस U को इस तरह लिख सकती हूँ? मुझे फर्स्ट इक्वेशन से पता है V क्या है, U प्लस AT. आई नो दैट V इज इक्वल टू U प्लस AT. क्या मैं इस V की जगह इस V की जगह इस वाली इक्वेशन को पुट कर सकती हूँ? क्या मैं इस V की जगह लिख सकती हूँ U प्लस AT? बिल्कुल लिख सकती हूँ. तो मैं क्या करूंगी, इस V की जगह U प्लस AT लिखूंगी. कहां से लिखूंगी U प्लस AT? क्योंकि मुझे फर्स्ट इक्वेशन से पता है, मैं इस V की जगह V का वैल्यू डालूंगी U प्लस AT. तो ये U प्लस है और ये U माइनस है, तो ये U और प्लस वाला U और माइनस वाला U कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा बड़े इजीली. यहां से आई टेक BD इज इक्वल टू AT. यहां से मुझे मिल गया BD इज इक्वल टू AT, क्योंकि मैंने ऊपर BD की वैल्यू निकाली थी. यहां से BD इज इक्वल टू BC माइनस DC V माइनस U. यहां मैंने V की जगह में इक्वेशन डाल दी, इसका वैल्यू डाल दी जो मुझे फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन से मिली है, U प्लस AT. ठीक है, तो मैंने यहां पे लिख दिया BD इज इक्वल टू AT. ठीक है, अब हम वापस अपनी इक्वेशन में थोड़ा ऊपर जाएंगे ताकि मैं आप लोगों को OA बता सकूं. विल गो बैक टू आवर डायग्राम. हियर OA क्या है हमारा? U, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी. ठीक है, OA का वैल्यू भी समझ में आ गया हमें. अब हम OA पता चल गया U. अब मैं ये सारी इक्वेशन, जो मेरी सारी वैल्यूज है, इस फाइनल इक्वेशन में डालूंगी, इक्वेशन 1 में, जहां पे मैंने लिखा हाफ ऑफ AD इंटू BD प्लस OC इंटू OA. तो मैंने ये सारी इक्वेशन डाली. 1 हाफ ऑफ T इंटू AT, V की जगह मैंने AT लिखा, प्लस T इंटू U. तो अगर मैं इसे इक्वल करूंगी, इट इज 1 हाफ ऑफ AT स्क्वायर प्लस UT स्क्वायर. मैं इस UT, इस वाली UT को फ्रंट पहले लिखूंगी, इस हाफ ऑफ AT को बाद में लिखूंगी. तो इक्वेशन क्या बन गया? S इज इक्वल टू UT प्लस हाफ ऑफ AT स्क्वायर. दिस इज माई मोशंस सेकेंड इक्वेशन. दिस इज, हेंस इट इज डिराइव्ड हियर. ओके, नाउ थर्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन. थर्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन क्या है? 2AS इज इक्वल टू V स्क्वायर माइनस U स्क्वायर. थर्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन इज इक्वल टू 2AS विच इज इक्वल टू V स्क्वायर माइनस U स्क्वायर. अब हम वापस फिगर पे चलते हैं. विल गेट बैक टू आवर फिगर सो दैट विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट. ठीक है, अब मुझे थर्ड इक्वेशन, आई हैव टू फाइंड थर्ड इक्वेशन. अगेन आई विल स्टार्ट दैट. आई नो डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपीजियम. तो मुझे पता है एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपीजियम. व्हाट इज ट्रेपीजियम हियर? OABC. मुझे पता है एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपीजियम. आई नो दैट एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपीजियम इज ऑल्सो इक्वल टू हाफ ऑफ सम ऑफ पैरेलल साइड्स इनटू perpendicular distance between two parallel sides. ध्यान से सुनो. I know that area of trapezium is equal to half of parallel sides into perpendicular distance between two parallel sides. I'll make you see that. मेरा ट्रेपीजियम है OABC. Here is my trapezium OABC. ठीक है, अब मेरे को पहले फाइंड करना है सम ऑफ पैरेलल साइड्स. तो मेरे पास पैरेलल साइड्स कौन सी है? इन्हें पैरेलल साइड बोलेंगे. OA को पैरेलल बोलेंगे और BC को पैरेलल बोलेंगे. OA को पैरेलल बोलेंगे और BC को पैरेलल बोलेंगे. यानी मेरे पास क्या आएगा? हाफ ऑफ OA प्लस BC. क्योंकि मेरे पास क्या था, हाफ ऑफ सम ऑफ पैरेलल साइड्स, तो सम यानी प्लस, पैरेलल साइड्स यानी ओ ए एंड बी सी. कूल. अब इनटू किससे, परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू पैरेलल साइड्स. तो परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस किससे बोलेंगे, परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस कौन सा है, ये तो मेरे पास स्लोप है. परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस 90 डिग्री. परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस किसे बोलूंगी मैं, ओ सी को बोलूंगी परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, ओ सी है मेरा परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस. अब मेरे को किस किस की वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है, ओ ए बी सी ओ सी की वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है. ठीक है, ओ ए किसके बराबर है, यू के बराबर है. ओ इज इक्वल टू यू, बी सी v के बराबर है एंड ओ सी t के बराबर है. बी सी जो है वो v के बराबर है, ओ ए जो है इज इक्वल टू u एंड ओ सी इज इक्वल टू t. If I put such equations, now we'll go to the equation as we have already understood the diagram. So we will move to the equation. Here it is. See, distance traveled, area of trapezium OABC, half of sum of parallel sides into perpendicular distance between two parallel sides, half of OA plus BC into OC, putting values of OA, BC and DC here, half of U plus V into T. We know that from first equation of motion v is equal to u plus at. मुझे पता है v की जगह u plus at. मैं यहाँ पे क्या करूंगी, v की जगह u plus at. I already know this. v is equal to u plus at. Cool. यहाँ से मुझे पता है, वी नो दैट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन v इज इक्वल टू यू प्लस ए टी. ठीक है, मुझे पता है ये v इज इक्वल टू यू प्लस ए टी. तो मैं इस इक्वेशन में से v इज इक्वल टू यू प्लस ए टी में से t की वैल्यू फाइंड करूंगी. तो t की वैल्यू क्या है, t इज इक्वल टू v माइनस यू अपॉन ए. t इज इक्वल टू v माइनस यू. यहाँ से t इज, इस इक्वेशन में से मैंने इक्वेशन t क्या निकाला, इस इक्वेशन में से मैंने t की वैल्यू निकाली विच इज इक्वल टू v माइनस यू अपॉन ए. ठीक है, अब मैं इसी वैल्यू को इस इक्वेशन में डालूंगी, इस वाली वैल्यू को इस इक्वेशन में डालूंगी. ठीक है, तो मैं क्या लिखूंगी, s इज इक्वल टू s इज इक्वल टू वन हाफ ब्रैकेट में u प्लस v, ब्रैकेट में u प्लस v. यहाँ जो t है, ये जो t है इसकी जगह मैंने ये वाली वैल्यू डाल दी, बस मुझे ये चेंज करना है. तो मैंने क्या लिखा, v माइनस यू अपॉन ए. मैं इस a को जो है इस इक्वेशन से इस ब्रैकेट से बाहर ले जाके इस यहाँ पे लिखूंगी 2 के साथ. सो आई राइट 1 अपॉन 2a. तो बचा क्या, u प्लस v इंटू v माइनस यू. वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट a प्लस b इंटू a माइनस b इज इक्वल टू a स्क्वायर माइनस b स्क्वायर. सो अगर मैं इस 2a को यहाँ से मल्टीप्लाई करती हूँ, दैट इज इक्वल टू 2as विच इज इक्वल टू v स्क्वायर माइनस u स्क्वायर. दिस इज द डेरिवेशन. दिस इज here at this point it is proved 2as is equal to v square minus u square. All the 3 equations of motions are proved at this point now. Now we'll go to the next topic, velocity time graph. It is our last topic of the chapter, velocity time graph. Okay, in velocity time graph we'll first concentrate here at the diagram. This is the diagram here. This is the diagram. I'll explain you just try to understand from the figure. Okay, let's take an example. We take time on x-axis here, time on x-axis here, and velocity in y-axis. We take time as 2468 seconds here, 2468 seconds, and corresponding speed of velocity are 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and 0.4 as given in the figure. It is clearly shown. At 2 seconds of interval of time, the speed of the body is 0.1. I know that at 2 seconds of time, the speed of body is 0.1. At 4 seconds of time, interval of time, the speed of the body is 0.2. When we join all these points, it is a straight line here. When I join all these points, it is a straight line here. Okay. Now, whenever there is a straight line in velocity time graph, the velocity is increasing uniformly. हमें पता है अगर कभी भी straight line आती है इसका मतलब होता है कि जो बॉडी है वो यूनिफॉर्मली जा रही है, सेम इंटरवल, इक्वल इंटरवल्स ऑफ टाइम विद इक्वल डिस्टेंस से वो इंक्रीज हो रही है। अब इससे क्या चीज मुझे समझ में आती है, फ्रॉम दिस स्टेटमेंट व्हाट 3 पॉइंट्स आई एम गेटिंग 3 पॉइंट्स। पहला, वेलोसिटी इंक्रीजेस यूनिफॉर्मली। इस स्ट्रेट लाइन से व्हेन आई सी दिस स्ट्रेट लाइन आई गेट टू नो अबाउट दैट वेलोसिटी इंक्रीजेस यूनिफॉर्मली। Second, change in velocity is constant. It is increasing constantly. ठीक है? We know that change in velocity upon time is equal to acceleration. I know that here. Velocity and change in velocity upon time is acceleration. So it means it has uniform acceleration. Okay? Now, if I have to find slope of graph, अगर मुझे slope find करना है, कैसे निकलेगा स्लोप? एक्सेलरेशन इज इक्वल टू स्लोप ऑफ ग्राफ, यहां पे दिया हुआ देखो, एक्सेलरेशन इज इक्वल टू स्लोप ऑफ ग्राफ। हियर इफ आई टॉक अबाउट, हियर इट इज, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट एक्सेलरेशन, हियर इट इज, एक्सेलरेशन इज इक्वल टू स्लोप ऑफ ग्राफ। अब स्लोप का फॉर्मूला है y2 माइनस y1 अपॉन x2 माइनस x1। मुझे कोई भी 2 पॉइंट्स लेने हैं, आई हैव टू टेक एनी 2 पॉइंट्स। मैं कोई भी y पे x एक्सिस पे पॉइंट लूंगी, लेकिन अगर मैंने x एक्सिस पे 4 लिया और 8 लिया, दीज 2 पॉइंट्स आई टेक x2 एंड x1, तो मुझे इसी के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग में ही y पे भी लेना पड़ेगा 0.4 और 0.2। ऐसा नहीं हो सकता मैं यहाँ पे 4 और 8 ले रही हूँ और यहाँ पे 0.1 और 0.2 ले रही हूँ। जो मैं टाइम पे कॉरस्पॉन्ड, जो मैं टाइम के एक्सेस पे 2 पॉइंट्स ले रही हूँ, उसी के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग आई हैव टू टेक वेलोसिटी पॉइंट्स ऑल्सो। ठीक है? अब आप देखिए, जस्ट ट्राई टू सी फ्रॉम द फिगर, टेक एनी 2 पॉइंट्स इन y axis as y2 and y1, टेक एनी 2 पॉइंट्स on x axis as x1 and y1. Let's suppose I take y1 is equal to 0.1 and y2 as 0.2. So at x2 I'll take 4 and at x1 I take 2. So मैंने y1 लिया 0.1, y2 लिया 0.2, x2 लिया 4, x1 लिया 4, इस 2 इसकी वैल्यू डालूंगी। अगर यहाँ पे y2 माइनस y1 करूंगी तो y2 क्या है 0.2 माइनस 0.1 अपॉन 4 माइनस 2। इस तरह से स्लोप मुझे फाइंड हो जाता है। इस तरह से मैं वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ से स्लोप, आई कैन फाइंड स्लोप फ्रॉम दिस मेथड। ओके, इफ आई हैव टू फाइंड डिस्टेंस, अगर मैं v ले रही हूँ स्पीड, डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड, या अगर स्पीड की जगह वेलोसिटी ले रही हूँ तो डिस्टेंस की जगह मुझे डिस्प्लेसमेंट लेना पड़ेगा। बोथ आर सेम। सो डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ ग्राफ। अब मैं एरिया ऑफ ग्राफ कैसे, हाउ आई फाइंड एरिया ऑफ ग्राफ? जैसे हमने पहले उसमें अभी फाइंड करा ट्रपीजियम की तरह, एरिया ऑफ ट्रपीजियम की तरह हमने फाइंड किया। अभी जो इक्वेशन हमने सेकेंड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन फाइंड करी थी, उसी तरह मैं यहाँ पे भी ग्राफ से एरिया ऑफ ग्राफ निकालूंगी। ठीक है? मुझे रैंडमली कोई पॉइंट्स लेने हैं, लाइक आई एम टेकिंग, आई जस्ट रीड इट फॉर यू, यू जस्ट सी द फिगर्स। व्हाट आई डू इज, from if I take an example to find distance, if we say from time t is 2 second to 6 second, what is the distance covered? 6 से 2 तक क्या डिस्टेंस कवर्ड हुआ? 4। तो मैंने इसको थोड़ा डार्क कर लिया, इस 6 वाले पॉइंट को b का नेम दे दिया और 2 वाले पॉइंट को a, आई नेम्ड इट एज a एंड आई नेम्ड इट एज b। इसी के कॉरस्पॉन्डेंस में, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग पॉइंट्स पे जो वेलोसिटी वाला है उसको ले। Now I take here C from point 6 I write here B and point 2 I write A. इसी की correspondence में I have to take C and I have to take D. I draw a line AB making a trapezium, DABC, and at point D I draw intersecting line E. From here I draw intersecting line from here so that it divides the trapezium into 2 parts, in a triangle and in a rectangular. So from this point so that I can get the area of graph. Here area of a trapezium ABCD is equal to sum of both areas like ABED, CBE. ABED is the area of triangle and CBE is the area of triangle. I know area of rectangle, length into breadth, area of triangle half of base into height. I know what is a rectangle length and height. I just noted down AD into AB, and base and height DE and CE. AD and BE I have given here. AD is equal to 0.1. See here at the figure. I'll make you see. See in this figure. I'll make you see what is AD and AD. See. Area of rectangle, length into breadth. Area of rectangle. This is the area of rectangle. This is the length. AD is the length. AD is the length. And BD is the breadth. Okay. And what does the area of triangle? Half into base into height. This is the base. DE is the base and CE is the height. And AD, what is AD? AD is equal to 0.1. This AD is equal to 0.1. AB, what is AB? AB is equal to 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. AB is equal to 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. DE, where is DE? This is DE. This DE. DE, again 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Okay. Now CE, where is C? This is E. CE. 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 I have C point 0.3, E base 0.1. So 0.3 minus 0.1 is equal to 0.2. Okay. And when I put all these values here, AB is equal to 0.1, AB into 4, AB is equal to 4, so 0.1 into 4 plus D is equal to 4 and C is equal to 0.2. From this I can get area of graph also. See, when you are going to read this chapter, do one thing. Try to read this PDF. I'll send the PDF also after this video too. Try to read this PDF first. Read this PDF where you got stuck. Go to the video, try to listen where you got stuck. Okay, you have to take this. You have to focus on equation of motion and then this velocity time graph and distance time graph. These are some derivations which are given in this motion topic. Rest I know you can understand very easily. Please try to read this PDF 2 to 3 times. Thank you so much.